building up to this Cody match, AJ and Cody had that great confrontation on SmackDown, and AJ called Cody Rhodes a quitter. He name-dropped many promotions, including promotions WWE doesn't work with. As of now, anyway, who knows what the future holds. Said he quit New Japan after he quit the WWE the first time. Quit Ring of Honor. And then he said he goes and starts a promotion and he quits that too. And everybody goes, oh, see, this is taking a true story. It's kind of like what Drew does. People go, well, Drew's not a villain. He's telling the truth. Villains tell the truth. It's perspective. Perspective is what makes heroes and villains, not truths or falsities. If somebody's not telling the truth, yeah, they're a villain, but more importantly, they're a liar. If somebody is telling the truth, but that truth has driven them to do bad things, that still makes them a villain. Cody is having his story retold to him, but from a perspective where you're like, oh, AJ's not wrong. And maybe there is something to that. Maybe there are layers to this whole story. I don't know. But that combined with the moment, AJ Styles is handcuffed to the rope. Cody is holding those steps above his head. And man, you couldn't help, or I couldn't help, but go, this is the moment that Cody becomes a different person. This is a different side of Cody, and not in the sort of, trivial, cliche, whoa, this has really brought out a different side of Cody. No, this is actually like, these are new personality traits that we haven't really seen in Cody Rhodes before. This is Cody going dark. And I don't know if this is me reading into it too much. I don't know if this is just something that I want to see. So I'm seeing it. But the idea of Cody slowly drifting into darkness, the idea that throughout Cody's career, the reason that Cody left the WWE was because he wasn't a main event guy. He wasn't being put in positions to succeed on the levels that he thought he was capable of. And then he goes all over. He goes to the Indies. He goes to Impact. He goes to Ring of Honor. He goes to New Japan. He starts AEW. He does all this stuff. He becomes a Ring of Honor champion. Becomes TNA's champion. Never becomes AEW's champion, but he started the whole damn promotion, okay? He beat Anthony Ogogo. He won the TNT championship. What more can you ask of the guy? But he finally does it. He's in WWE for a year. Loses his first match with Roman Reigns. Loses the title. Again, a moment that was made for him. And we don't get it. And he doesn't get it. And then he's got to go and fight even harder. He's got to beat Brock Lesnar. He's got to win the Royal Rumble again. He's got to deal with the fact that The Rock wants to make WrestleMania his and not give it to Cody Rhodes. And maybe, as I said on over the weekend, maybe that becomes the sort of catalyst of how everything changes for Cody Rhodes. The fact that even after he's earned it, there are forces trying to take it from him. And then he finally gets it. And the age-old question is, what happens to the boy who gets everything he ever wanted? I said it after night 2 of WrestleMania. According to Willy Wonka, what happened to the boy who got everything he ever wanted? He lived happily ever after. But what if that story is not true? Willy Wonka had a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Willy Wonka double-talked more than any character I know in any... I was going to say literature, but let's be honest, I watched the movie. Gene Wilder was phenomenal. But what happens if the pressure of finally being champion just starts weighing on Cody? The idea that people that he thought were his friends, AJ Styles, are willing to not be his friends and lie to his face and betray him to get what he has. The idea that fans that he thought were his fans are willing to turn their backs on him and go, Well, I thought it would be better once Cody was champion, but I don't know. Cody is champion. It's just not doing it for me. What? You guys were rolling with me for 2 years, and now it's not. All right, I'm trying. I had a great match with AJ. Had a great match with Logan Paul. Had this I Quit match. I know, but I don't know. He's got Nick Aldis over here, who's kind of being weird, almost like the general manager of the brand that he's on. Wants to get what's on his shoulder. Imagine everywhere that you go, everybody, friend, foe, family, wants to take what you have. That's got to be a lot of pressure. And all he's trying to do is shake hands, kiss babies, and be polite and be nice. Wear his heart on his sleeve and fight for the good people. But what happens when he gets worn down so much that other part of him that wants the title because he wants it, that other part of him that wants the title because of his hubris, because there has to be ego there. Cody is the champion, which means everybody wants it. But guess what? When you're the champion, that also means that you have something that you are not willing to give up. And that can be an honorable thing, or that can be very uncharitable. That can be very selfish. That can be ugly. And if the pressure leans on you the wrong way, that can bring out the worst in you. I mean, you see Randy Orton eyeing that WWE championship? Randy Orton, somebody who's known all of his life, somebody that's coming out to defend Cody Rhodes in this attack from the bloodline, is also eyeing that championship. Cody Rhodes has friends nowhere. He almost beheaded AJ Styles. AJ had to say, I quit. I didn't realize you were capable of this. What happens if that smile slowly fades away? And all of a sudden, Cody is doing very ugly things to keep what he worked so hard for. What if this journey that he took to get there isn't about the sort of journey that we all went on together anymore? What if because of that journey, he's not willing to let it go? He's not willing to give it up. Not only does he want people to understand that he's the champion, he wants credit for his journey, and he wants people to accept that he's going to do whatever it takes, good or bad, to keep his title. I don't think that this is something that should happen this summer. But he has a match with who knows who. And we'll talk about it. He has a match with Solo Sikoa. He has a match with Randy Orton. He has a match with Kevin Owens. He has a match with Nick Aldis. I mean, run down the list. Tama Tonga. Roman Reigns returns. The Rock eventually returns. And when The Rock returns, The Rock did an interview this week or last week and again brought up the road to WrestleMania 41 and what they're on the precipice of. And maybe the answer is The Rock versus Roman Reigns. But maybe the answer is The Rock versus Cody Rhodes. Either way, when The Rock returns, it'll be a year removed. The Rock hasn't been a part of all this. Cody Rhodes has been a part of the grind. And what has the grind done to Cody Rhodes? Even if we don't see the final straw snap until WrestleMania, I'd love for Cody to go down a very, very dark road and become a heel who doesn't feel like he did anything wrong. I believe that Cody Rhodes in AEW was trying to be a heel, a meta heel. When he said he would never turn heel, he said it to get booed. I think that character tweaked on the level that Cody's at now could be very, very interesting. I saw this moment and I thought Homelander Cody may be closer than any of us realize.